Hi, Craig here. It's been 3 weeks since I recorded my last video, and I feel like that my inspiration to do these videos comes after a workout, so I apologize for the sweat, but it's usually when I'm watching something on YouTube that propels me to come in here and close the door and just ramble for a few minutes. The challenge for the last 3 weeks has been a lack of purpose and excuses, really. Um, I started a new job that I've also finished up with, and talk about that in a little bit more detail after. But it was taking up time throughout my day to commute to the job and then home again. And the hours in the office were long, and so by the time I got home, I tell myself that I've put in a big effort in the office, expelled energy on the role, communicating with people, and by the time I sat down on the couch and was eating dinner at 7:30, then all bets were off for the rest of the night, and that was it. I was done. It did not serve me well, because as much as I tried to wake up the next day and convince myself that the grind was worth it, I was heading in the right direction, my soul was just being destroyed. And that's because I wasn't staying true to myself. I took the role on to serve a purpose, I guess, and that was just to get out of a bit of a hole as my freelance work wasn't taking off. And I had another opportunity at the same time that I should have sat back and waited for. And thankfully, that opportunity has come up again. And come the 6th of January next year, I'll be working with a bunch of people that are aligned to my purpose, I guess. And like the CEO of that company is just an absolute gun, and it has already inspired me in the short amount of times that we've spoken. So I'm really looking forward to that journey. And if anything, she was the one that said to me, I need to get back onto making these videos, and whether people watch them or not, you've got to start and be consistent. And it was due to another video I watched as I was exercising that got me here and sitting in front of the camera again. Because if I don't step up and make a commitment to myself to actually be or find my greatness within, then I'm just always going to be the guy that sits on the couch and wonders, could I have done what I thought I could have done, right? And that's not something that I want to leave this planet with, and have those thoughts going, could I have done it? I know there's a greatness inside of me, and whether I shy away from it because I'm scared of stepping up, or I've tried before and been knocked around, and so I just went, nah, it's not for me. Clearly, I'm not meant for it. I think the latter is the one more than anything else, right? I have been knocked around, and that's purely because of the decisions I've made. And that's a hard pill to swallow. It is. And it's something that I've become more understanding of lately, and more realistic with, instead of trying to sugarcoat it. Sugarcoating has just got me to a place of excuses, to a place of not trying anymore, because I just think that, cool, I'll give up now, and everything will be okay. Oddly enough, my life does bounce back every time that I do get knocked around. But that's because there's something within that doesn't want to give up. I'm always striving for those improvements upon yesterday. Like, I used to have a personal training business called Kaizen Outdoors, and Kaizen in Japanese, in my understanding, means continually improving. And that has stuck with me since 2007, and it's just been a vibe that ever since I can remember in the 90s when um, I was going through some stuff around personal relationships, and let's be honest, I had anger challenges in the 90s, and it was when I first picked up The Art of Happiness by the Dalai Lama that something inside was flicked on, and I've not been able to put that out ever since. So every time that I've struggled and had challenges in my life, there's always that little something inside of me going, dude, just write it out, things will improve. And what I've come to realize lately is that I'm just tired of going around in this circle of, let's try again, you know you want to improve, all right, let's get into the motions of what that looks like. And then I get started, and for whatever reason, I will just self-implode. Find or do something that just... Actually, you know, I lack the vision of my purpose. It's dawning on me now. Again, whether this is just a cathartic way of talking with myself, but I do have a goal now. I've got a real purpose. Like, I'm tired of wars. I'm tired of people fighting over the speck of dust that we live on in this vast universe. And the only way we're going to get out of that is by all of us finding our own purpose in life and wanting to rise above and be better and help others. Like, I have to be of service. And the shape that looks like at the moment, I'm still trying to work out. There is a particular segment of people that I know that I know go through some stuff because I've been there myself, and they'll be my first port of call. And again, when I become more comfortable about this whole situation and where I've been and what I'm doing, it'll evolve hopefully with the videos. And it's not just helping people, right? I want to help the planet. Like, if I believe what I read and see on the news or on YouTube or wherever I gather content about the health of the planet, then that's another thing I want to have an impact on, a positive impact on, and make sure that our planet stays alive. And like, I don't feel like we're necessarily heading, well, maybe we are headed into a real pretty scary place with regards to the health of the planet. But I think, again, like, if we can all do something about that, 8 billion people on the planet, if we all shift our mindsets and go, you know what, I can make a difference, which we can, right? We can. We all intrinsically have this ability to do more than what we think we can. And it's just, I can feel it rising right now that, you know, the more I stick with this, the more it's going to have an impact. Like, why not be great? I don't want to sit in the shadows anymore and just be thinking about what could have been, or, you know, the manifesting what I've been listening to from Eckhart Tolle this morning. If you haven't listened to any of his stuff, it's a good starting point. I've only just started to get into him probably in the last couple of weeks, so I'm still learning more about the guy. But anytime I've watched his stuff on YouTube, I'm just picking up going, yeah, man, this guy's got it going on. But the whole manifesting, right, and wanting to manifest these external things in my life is purely because I am trying to fill a void internally. And I know I've fought against that, going, no, I'm okay on the inside. But historical data, I work with data, historical data says that I have not been okay with my internal story for a long time. There'll be moments where it's like, oh, okay, I've had really good results and I'm firing on all cylinders, and, you know, that greatness is starting to come to life. But for whatever reason, self-worth, self-doubt, a little knock, and I'll go, whoa, hold on. Maybe I'm not as good as I think I am. Maybe I'm not that great. And then self-doubt kicks in, and bam, it's lights out, right? Enough. I'm 52, and it's time. It's time to rock up, get it on, and just be a shining light, right? I don't. That's it. That's all I need to be. I don't need to be anything else. Well, actually, I do. There's a few things that I want to achieve in my career, and they're coming to fruition as I'm speaking. So, I'm making a promise to myself and to anyone else that's watching this that these videos will be more regular. I'm hoping at least once a week as I share insights. I'm about to go away for a few days, so maybe not in that time. Then again, I'm going out of the country, and I find that I get a lot of solitude from being out in the country and being surrounded by nature. And my head, it goes to, there's some of the most beautiful moments that I've had in the country because it's just me it's not where I grew up, but I grew up in the country here in Australia as a kid, and I'm an only child, and I found a lot of solitude just being out by myself in nature. And so I usually go for walks and find time to think, and they're usually good thoughts because I'm away from the distractions of the hustle and bustle of the city and my job and everything else, and it's a lot of reflection time. So yeah, I'm this is it. I can feel it. It's coming, and I want this feeling to stay with me. And if you're struggling and you think that you can't do it, you can. It's tough, right? For once again, I'm just realizing that sugarcoating things is not healthy. I'm being realistic that I'm feeling great now, but I don't know, maybe a couple of hours and the high I'll be off because I've just sat down on the couch again, and I'll be thinking, oh, should I be doing something? But right now, I've taken the steps that I need to take to keep the momentum going, and I'm happy with that. And again, I just want to thank my new boss for instilling this idea that I need to keep this up because, as I said, it's cathartic for me. And if there's somebody out there that watches this and they get that little spark of inspiration to push through and find the greatness within, then awesome. Good times. And I'll leave it there, and we'll see you next video. Cool beans.